So the movie I'm reviewing tonight isn't exactly a Christmas movie, but it has Christmas themes in it. Um, it's has a lot to do with faith and friendship, and it's always a movie that I really enjoyed watching even as a kid. Um, but like the acting is really good. It's came out in 1998. But the cast is has Asa Judd in it. Uh, what's his name? Oliver Platt. I always confuse him with Hagrid, but it's not. Um,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
it also stars Joseph Mazzello, I think it's pronounced, who's in Radio Flowers. It's a really great movie, and Jurassic Park, of course. And as the lead, Ian Michael Smith as Simon Birch. So it's about this boy that's basically an outcast as far as in church, even with the staff. Like, the preacher didn't like him. Even the Sunday school teacher, Miss Levy, doesn't like him. His parents basically had nothing to do with him because he's a dwarf, and they're embarrassed by him, I guess. But Ashley Judd's character, um, Joe's mother, is like a real mother to him. And anyway, they had this real friendship where the mother passed away, and they set out to find Joe's father because it was a secret throughout the film, or kept a secret. So they try to figure out all these people that might be his dad. But then later on they find out, and then they get in all kinds of mischief trying to figure out who the father is, and just there's a bunch of laughs and tears along the way. Of course, it still makes me cry every time I watch it. But it's really funny at the same time because there's just a bunch of comical scenes in it, and Jim Carrey as the narrator, he's great in it. It really shows that whenever he does dramatic roles, even just for a narrator, he does really good. Like, he feels the words, like you can feel what he's saying.
Come on, I'll race you to the dock.
Nah, I don't think. Ready, set, go.
Hey, cheater!
When someone you love dies, you don't lose them all at once. You lose them in pieces over time. Like how the mail stops coming. What I remember most to this day was my mother's scent, and how I hated it when it began to disappear. First from her closets and drawers, then from her dresses that she had sewed herself, and finally from her bed sheets and pillowcases. Simon and I never talked much about that day on the baseball field. It was too painful for both of us. For as much as I loved my mother, I knew that Simon loved her just as much. She was the only real mother he ever had.
But Simon keeps mentioning how he's an instrument of God, and no one seems to really listen to him because he's so small, I guess, and they just don't listen because they believe what he's saying isn't true. But he didn't just believe that for him, that God has a plan for him, but everybody. And I think that's very true. And later on in the film, you see his plan, our reason was to help save the kids, and, help Joe find his father, and, for the few people that he does know, to be an inspiration for them. And so they do. They learn from him. But then the shots, the movie's really beautifully shot. It'll zoom in on the trees and the leaves blowing, or a leaf falling into the creek or whatever. And it's just a really heartfelt film about friendship and being there for each other. And it's a hard thing to find, which is why it's such a tearjerker at the end, because he loses his best friend at the end, and he's already lost his mother, and he figures out who his father is, but then he never liked the preacher, which it happens to turns out to be his father. But it's just a really good film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Or if you've already seen it, definitely revisit it. It's worth seeing again. I own the DVD, so I watch it like about every year. And every year I cry. But yeah. So that's pretty much my Simon Birch review. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's it.
Are the kids okay?
Yeah.
They all made it.
Even Stuart.
Did you see how the children listened to me because of the way I walked?
Yeah.
That window was just my size.
Extra small.
Extra small. That was over 200 in Mississippi.
Nobody wants to show off.
Promise me.
Yeah.
I'll take my baseball cards.
No.
Take them and share them with Ben. Please.
Okay. I promise. Simon.
Yeah.
You're the best friend I ever had.